Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to
I
the
like
Angel
that piece
Channel.
of music, I have to say, dude.
I love that piece of music. It's great. Since you mentioned it, why don't we talk about the fact that it's created by you?
Well, that's true.
That's awesome. No, I love that's one of the things I love about doing a show with you is that all of the elements that we use are most like except the text obviously, but like all of the elements are generated by you and it's all organic. I love that.
Well, the
Mhm.
texts are generated by me too.
Well,
Are you
no, I mean like
reading?
like the
Oh, right,
graphic,
right, right. Yeah,
but like all the imagery and a lot of all of the music and the videos and all of that stuff and I
yeah.
saw Jilly said hello and we have Leah out there. Hello, hello, hello. I just wanted to say welcome to the Angel Channel because I realized like we always just start and like for people who are just finding this, I figured we should explain it. Brian Lahr, who is right over here, is an amazing light painter and artist and wizard who has created this incredible angel deck that we're going through, and we're going through each one of the cards and talking about the meaning and doing live readings, and it's just so much fun. Brian, thank you for doing this with me. And what's up, Sandy? Good to see a new name out there. Welcome, 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 Mary Jo. Welcome. Good to see everybody
Wow,
joining. We got a crowd forming, Brian. Awesome.
yeah, yeah.
And let me, you know what? I thought I switched sides. Let me switch sides with you. There we go. For some reason,
It's
I
gonna
feel
be
like
kind of a special show tonight, man, because
awesome.
I've been on this crazy roll the last week, and the angel that we're going to do tonight is the angel of mercy and forgiveness, man. Just an incredible energy about that angel. But I succeeded at something I've been working on towards about for over a year, and
Okay.
it's like wellspring of energy, man. Like Friday, I was just exploding with this gold, like, oh, warm, beautiful energy. And my meditations and stuff since then have just been really wonderful. So
Mhm.
tonight we're gonna, do the usual charge up, and those have been going really great,
I
man.
love it. Yeah. So
Yeah,
awesome.
but we're gonna extend that tonight. I'm gonna do a guided meditation after
Sweet.
that.
Awesome.
I've
Awesome.
also you can yeah, here you go. Crystal balls.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, we're
Nice.
maybe do a little sound bathy kind of thing, and I'm super stoked, man. Leah and I have been doing for about the past 3 months. She's been doing a Sunday morning yoga class
Mhm, mhm.
every Sunday at 9 in the morning, and I went to that for a long time, and we decided we wanted to like combine the sound bath thing and that, and it went really well, but it's like kind of grown and become this thing that like is a journey now. It's not just like
Nice.
beating on the bowls, making them
Right.
hum a little bit, and going in a row, and it's an actual musical journey, and picking
Mhm.
up from that energy of the people that are around and the gestalt of the moment, and letting that flow
I
through.
love it.
Really, really, really wonderful. So we may try a little of that this evening too. And if there's anybody out there that would like a live reading, please serve it up. I've got a couple of readings in my pocket from people I've talked to this past week
Nice.
that we'll pull out. I've been digging doing those too,
Nice.
and I just can't like they never cease to amaze me. Like as many thousands of times as I've read those um, readings that go with them, when
Mhm.
you ask a really specific question, and the very first line of the reading kind of like answers that. It's like, my God, what is going on? Really crazy.
Totally. What's up, Grace? It's good to see you out there. And Brandy Fisher. What's up, Brandy
No,
Fisher?
I just want to throw something out for Grace. When's your next show with her?
This week actually, Thursday.
Okay. Yeah, Grace Grella, who like is a denizen in in our ocean here. She has an amazing show with Michael on Thursday. She's a really gifted psychic medium, and tune into the Grace Grella show. I don't know if a
Yes.
link or something you can put up for it. I'd really like
You know what? I might actually have the banner pre-made for that.
like to give her some props and send some
Yeah.
people her way.
Uh,
I
uh,
think you'd really dig it.
you know what? It's in the other brand, but I'm gonna make it right now while we speak. The Grace Grella show. Yes, and she's just such a superhuman being. She's always supporting me. She's always supporting you. Oh, and the Grace Grella. I got to edit that all the way. She's so supportive. She watches the show.
She's man. She's badass.
Totally. She watches the show on 2 platforms so that she like registers in the algorithm twice for us. She's really amazing. The Grace Grella show. Thanks for being there, Grace. We love you.
Yeah, and as long as we're giving props, your show as you've been doing for long. How many years have you been doing that now?
Over 2 years, maybe almost 3 years now. I've been really like looking at the library of conversations. It's really awesome. Live stream of consciousness every Thursday, 9 p.m.
Yeah, you've met a lot of people, man.
Yeah, very, very cool stuff.
Yeah, I'll forgive you for the flat Earth guy, but
you know what? I stand by that. That was you know what? I never
man, fall on your sword for that one.
I never subscribed to Flat Earth, and I said I don't subscribe. I'm just having you as a courtesy. I wanna be friends with you, and I don't want to fight with you.
Oh man, too funny.
I'm neutral. That's all I can say. But yeah. Thank you for the shout out. I appreciate that. This is I love this platform. I mean, my show is very different than this show, which is very different than Grace's show. My girlfriend does a show called Unique Peace on Sunday mornings, talking to people about what brings them peace. And it's a great platform to have good conversations instead of talking about why we should fight and just
Creepy Baby News launched on TikTok. He'll be coming to YouTube momentarily. It's a pretty good show, man. You need to tune in. Keep it weird.
Keeping it weird.
Tomorrow night, I'm starting to be in the light show. Well, it may not be tomorrow night because we just got a thing from YouTube saying they want 23 hours before we can live stream.
You got to wait 24 hours.
Yeah. So it'll either be tomorrow if I can figure that out, or Wednesday night. I'll send out links to all of the crew and get you started on that. But I don't feel so bad about it because the first show is Permission to Suck.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, listen.
So anything that happens, I can just say that, and I'm super excited to have Jan Parvanian on the show.
I can't wait to see what you got cooking.
Inspirations, an amazing artist. He's got a graphic novel series. He's just cranked out, done a museum exhibition that just took my breath away, and a really good soul. And we're both showing up with all of our first stuff that really sucked. My first light paintings are absolutely awful. Jason Reinhardt, you know who he is? He's one of the light painting. Yeah, he did this thing that he did this spiral thing out on this lonely road that I just thought was amazing, and I was just going to pick it up. They do all the little tutorials on it, right? I saw him do it, and I was like, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you should have seen the very first one. It was
great,
horrible, but so it goes. So Julie's been sending me a bunch of orgs, and I've really enjoyed playing with them, and she sent me this one spinner org. Like we're always in the rod spinning, like moving things kind of mode, and she goes, I sent you this with this spinner, man. Why don't you do something with it? So I did a little video that I'd like to dedicate to Jilly.
Nice. Let's take that banner away. And yeah, man, I took a look at this, and this is pretty amazing. So this is for you, Jilly.
So I think we'll stop it here in a second, make it go back the other way. Maybe
So
not.
for people watching or listening, if you're not watching, we're looking at like a fidget spinner, org that
It's being moved with
Billy
energy.
made.
Yeah, there we go, there we go, there we
And
go.
look at
Lots of
that. Oh
yeah,
wow.
lots of jump. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. Oh, that's the
Wow.
fun part. Yeah, there we go.
And Brian as it spinning it around just with his energy and his thoughts and his will. And
Oh,
it's
yeah,
flying. Oh my God, that
yeah,
is
right? Look at the
crazy.
patterns it's making.
I'm surprised it's not flying off the screen, off the table. I mean,
Yeah, I got it going good. That was really fun. I had a blast.
that's really cool. Oh, Julie, I gotta get one of those. I gotta do some photos with that. That's really awesome. Very cool. Oh wow.
Super
That's
fun.
awesome, Brian. That's
Super fun, super
I
fun.
haven't seen you do that before. I've seen
Well, we
you
did the rod spin in the show a couple times.
yeah, I've seen you
Did it
spin the
with
rods, right.
the Fool's Journey show, yeah.
But that was a lot quicker and just more evident. Yeah, that's great. Beautiful. Good job.
So, any other announcements you wanna make before we sacred up the place and get to it?
You know, I hadn't really prepared announcements. I'm usually just here to
All
enjoy
good.
the time with you and yeah, I'm ready to go.
All right. This is my favorite part of the show. All right, so we're going to clean ourselves up, get rid of any negative energy, and then we're going to clean the space, not only here, but with all of you guys. And we're going to create an energetic connection and a circle of energy that will be in here for a little while. And I just encourage you to go really, really deep and relax into it. At
Participate.
the end of this, I always end these with sending off thanks and gratitude to the source. You know, we'll build up some energy and just send that off in a blast. And after that, we usually go into the card. But we're going to do a little different thing tonight and go into a bit of a guided meditation and see where that space happens. So, you know, after we finish the send it off to the source thing, don't like come out of that. I never want to come out of that, actually. It's always kind of like, oh, man,
I don't feel like I ever do.
I have to start talking now. So we're just going to hang in that. And I think it'll be a really beautiful journey. So let's
Awesome.
give it a shot and see if it's good. And if it sucks, it's permission to suck. So there we go.
Let's do it.
All right. So let's start with three really super deep cleansing breaths, right? You go in through your nose and use your diaphragm, not your chest, and pull in a big batch of air. And as it feels like you're full, pack in a little more and release with some energy. So it's just and you're actually pushing out. And when it feels like you're, you know, at the end of that breath and you want to start taking it in again, even if you can't hear it, just push everything out. And as that's happening on these three, just let the world outside of this sphere of energy melt away. Well, don't think about your problems. Don't think about anything else except just being in this moment, in this space, and being open to whatever kind of goodness
Yeah.
comes our way. So it should be really beautiful.
Yeah.
So let's start with those cleansing breaths. And we'll begin in through the nose and then out through the mouth. So here we go. We back it in. Out. In. Deep. Really push every bit. In. I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. I banish, clean this space. I make this place pure. We come here in gratitude today in this sacred space that we can all join on our energy and reflect the beautiful light of the source. We ask that the angels fill up our space and join with us, share their energy and their wisdom, and to elevate all of our spirits into the light and into bliss and joy. Okay, I want everybody to take the energy inside their body and draw it all into their solar plexus. Every bit of energy, draw it into you. Create the sun right in the center of your being. With each breath, draw this beautiful energy into you. Bright, just bright, bright like the sun. We take our energy and we give thanks to the source. We send our unconditional, total love, gratitude, and bliss. With everything you have, take that energy and send it right to the source of the light. Push hard. We ask that you give us eyes to see and ears to hear. And we enjoy communing in your vibration and your light and your joy.
Nice.
Hold on. All right, so go inside, close your eyes, catch my breath for a second. Okay, go inside and close your eyes. And you're in this empty space, but it's not dark blackness, it's a bright emptiness. And you find yourself floating in this warm, beautiful water, and it's holding you up. You don't have to worry about sinking at all, and it's just all around you, and you're looking straight up. And you see that the blackness is now taking on this beautiful, deep indigo and violet color. And there's a beautiful radiance to the light. And then the stars. Ah, the stars. Lighting up the light. Millions, billions, trillions of stars, all glittering like diamonds. And their radiance lights up the environment around you, and you realize you're floating in an ocean of energy. Warm, golden, healing, nurturing energy. And it washes over you, and waves of bliss run up and down your body. And as you're laying there, you take all your emotions, all your thoughts, and you let them just run out and bleed into the water, and you become empty. All your thoughts, all your emotions, and you are just your perfect you, with no need, no wants, just the perfection of the moment. And the energy swirling around you just envelops you. And the deeper you go, the more blissful it is. And the more you release, the more you receive. So now, as you're floating in the sea, you're rocking in the just soothing waves. You're looking at the millions of stars and the wonder of our universe, and the planets and the galaxies, and the vastness and entirety of the astral world. You start to take in the energy from the ocean, and you draw this pure, golden, healing energy, warm and beautiful, into every part of your body. And your light body, with each breath, you take in more. It just feels perfect. Just perfect. And as you're floating there, you're starting to get visions of your passions. The things you love, the things that feed you, the things that make you grow. And as you're floating in that soothing sea and taking in that energy, you see that the sky is starting to take on the first glow of dawn. And the sky gets brighter, and the stars begin to fade, and you see the sun on the horizon. And as the sun is rising to start a new day and to flood the world with its energy, you rise up out of the sea and absorb those rays. And you're full of invincible, perfect, beautiful light, connected as always to the source of all. You take that full batch of energy with you and come back to our space now. Take 3 really deep breaths. And when you're ready, open your eyes and come back.
Wow.
I don't know about anybody else, but I went on a trip.
That was awesome. No, I think you took us all on a trip. You were the bus driver there, my friend.
That's a good batch, man. I love
That
that.
was good. That was
Love that
good.
juice. I love that juice. I love that juice. I love that juice. My teacher calls that wind in your sails juice.
Yeah. That was really good. Jen Busick is saying thank you.
Hi, Jen. You're welcome. Very, very welcome.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I could use more of that. Thank you for bringing that to my week.
Well, we might make that part of
I like it.
more than just occasional. So.
Yeah, I think it's great. It's a good idea. So definitely good.
Okay, so let's talk about our angel of the week.
All right,
Number 9.
let's do it. Hold on.
Angel of mercy and forgiveness, AZIEL.
Yes, indeed.
This angel starts a new choir. Last week we finished up the 8th angel in Seraphim choir, and this is the first angel in the choir of cherubim. And what's kind of funny about this is that cherubim are always shown like in the Michelangelo pictures as little babies with wings on them and stuff, and all like little cute things. But the biblical description of a cherubim is pretty crazy, man. It's like the central eye that is circled with all of these like concentric circles, and on the flat of those circles are eyes all the way around it. So it's kind of like it would be a like more akin to what we would think of as an alien than an angel.
Yeah. And again, I mean, I know we've talked about this in your artwork so many times, but in this particular angel right here is revealing itself to me in this image like so many different ways. Like,
Yep.
I mean, I see a face. I see a face with these are the eyes, and this is the mouth. I see a face here. I see wings here. I see this whole thing is a figure. There's so many iterations of of the angel in this image. It's amazing.
Well, just like we are beings that, even as we're existing right now, the evolved us's all the way back to the source
Mhm.
are there, and that's true with angels as well. They
Yeah.
exist on so many frequency planes,
Oh my God.
and these kind of bring to bear the different aspects of their personalities too, which is that's been a really great journey for me in an education. So why don't you bring up the reading for this one? That's pretty cool.
Okey-doke. Oh, ooh.
Success through skill and material accomplishment. A joyous air surrounds you. Wonderful events are beginning to unfold. Yeah, we just had one. You are about to savor the sweet fruit of your lengthy, hard labor. Stop worrying. Where's Helen? You will
Right.
receive what is rightfully yours. The bread thrown on the water of life comes back threefold. You are gifted with success in relationships, achieved with a generous and soul and the sharing of your unconditional love and resources. Love is the cup that never runs dry. Know that it is the infinite fountain. That is so true. Like unconditional, and that's what I was feeling Friday when I was like pushing out all of that energy. It was like
Mhm.
bottomless.
Mhm.
There wasn't like, oh, I have this little limited amount. When it runs out, it's like as it flows through you, it flows out and like gets replenished in the most amazing way. Immerse yourself in the success of creating those things that have deep passion and inspiration for you. That passion thing, that's something I brought up like earlier as we were talking too. And
Mhm.
and I realize as I talk to many people that
Mhm.
hardly anyone can answer the question, what's your passion?
Mhm.
It's like, well, I don't know. um, Finding those things give life purpose and joy and connection, especially if those things have connection to how you're going to evolve into your next self after this one.
Mhm. Mhm.
Those have really, really deep um, abilities to keep you alive longer and to keep you happy and to have the course of this and the path of this life be something that is blissful and enjoyable and something you look forward to live out all the minutes that we have left.
Totally. Totally. So wise.
um,
So wise.
build a team of quality people and combine your resources together. Create an alliance of power and success. Organize, co-create, make things happen by using all available means. The sum of the whole is always greater than the parts.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And Mary Jo says, thank you for sharing all of this joy and connection this evening. Thank you for being here to share it with. I
Very-
love that. I always say that. I love when people say things like that because it's like, well, if you weren't here to share it with, then we wouldn't be sharing it. It wouldn't, it's like there you go. Everybody's a part of the big equation.
Mary Jo, send some of that gold energy to your back. Like get really quiet and take all of that, like we gathered it in your solar plexus and sent it out. Gather that all in your solar plexus and send it right to your back where you're hurting.
There you
See
go.
what happens. Yeah. All right. So I was gonna do like that's super connected us. I feel like I'm like in touch with them. By the way, is anybody out there would like a live reading, chat us up, send me a chat.
Reading time. Yeah.
In the meantime, I've got a reading I want to do for someone that I talked to earlier,
Okay.
and we'll see where that goes. I've kind of been noticing that even as I'm doing individual readings for someone specific, that this weird little connection that we've got happening energetically kind of makes it appropriate for everybody. So
Absolutely.
I'd love any feedback on that from
I agree 1,000,000%. And Jen Busick is sending healing to Mary Jo, which is another great thing. We all connect and we all send our energies to each other. I love that. Beautiful. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Mary Jo. Thank you guys for being here.
Words of wisdom for my friend. Words of wisdom for my friend. Words of wisdom for my friend. Number 26, Garcon, Angel of Ambition.
26. Here we go. Angel of Ambition. Let's pop that one up here, and I'll grab the reading for it.
Yeah.
26.
You know, when these happened, I look at these now and remember the space I was in when I took the pictures of these. Like, these are all incense smoke, you
Amazing.
know, and infusing that incense and having that presence flow into that smoke and dive and being able to swim in that unbelievable experience.
Right. And actually, I'm just looking at this. I agree we are connected, and a reading will resonate bits and pieces with all of us. I love this, the Hebrew here, ha'aya. I can totally see ha'aya. I can totally see how that sounds.
Yeah, let's go to the reading.
Oh, yeah. And the reading is boom.
Yep. There are disagreements among the players on the team. You're feeling frustrated and stifled by the constant clashing of ideas. Deal with your frustrations, these feelings of being restricted, contained, or held back. When you are confronted by differing ideas with no flexibility, it creates confusion over what you're doing. The project loses focus and never gets completed. You need a unified team if balance is to be achieved. Look deeply at your own conflicting beliefs first. Yeah, that's always the place, perspective, man.
Yeah.
Make adjustments and seek a unified solution. Look for the win win. Find an idea that encompasses all points of view. Be creative. You will feel the sense of harmony, which will create exciting new possibilities. Allow yourself to revel in the generosity and attention you receive from others. Awaken to your self awareness and release your confined spirit.
Yes, indeed.
This is like so, like I know the situation that this is relating to. Can you go back to that for a second?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and can you scroll down to the so I have the top of that too? Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, you know, it is a good card in that there is a lot of hope and a lot of connection, but finding the perspective where everybody can find the same frequency. You know, perspective, you change your perspective, you change the world. You change your perspective and you change how the energy is going out from you, you've changed your frequency, and
Mhm.
therefore you're going to either connect better or it's going to create more intense conflict. But in
Mhm.
this particular instant, it's there was just a lot of miscommunication more than disagreement, and dealing with that frustration. Um, the best way to go about that is to take yourself out of your emotional connection to it.
Mhm.
Like, as long as you're looking at it through your emotional connection and your wants and desires and what you think somebody else should do, and your self-importance is all involved in that, and they should be doing this because I would blah, 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 blah. There's never going to be a connection, you know. And if you're really looking at the big picture and you want the win for everybody, you step out of your own perspective on it and go to that objective point of view that you have for other people.
Right.
When you look at somebody else's situation and you're not emotionally connected to it, usually the answer comes out pretty clear, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And once you are in that objective space, you know, you decide what's needed, not what you want, but what's needed.
Right.
And that's, you know, your play in that is the only thing you have any control over. So once you take you know, you come from a place of what's best and what's needed for the overall picture, and step out of that. Most of all of that conflict and disagreement goes away, and there's
Yeah,
like an immediate.
totally. Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. And I think everybody here can relate to that. That's
I'm
like you
gonna
said.
grab something to drink real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. Awesome. Yeah, that I think like we said before we even started reading that anytime we pull a card here, it seems to have relevance to everybody who's watching, and everybody can kind of relate to it their own way. I think that's how energy works in general, right? I mean, we're all connected to that energy, so I think that's how it works.
We're not just connected. That's
We
what
are it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
exactly.
I love that. Totally.
Anybody out there? Was there anyone that? Yeah, no, blah 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 blah.
I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. Brandy Fisher says, oh, no, not hi, Mary Jo. Before she said, hey, hey. I think when you were asking if anybody wants a reading, I think she was saying, hey, hey, uh, for a reading. I don't
Yeah,
know, Brandy, if
Leah,
you're out there and you
Leah,
want
you're
to.
exactly right, man. Change your mind, change your world.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll tell you a funny story about that later. But yeah, Jen, yes, Jen, 100%. Mary Jo says, believe.
All right, I'm gonna do the last reading I have for an outside participant. But I'm also gonna do the cool thing about these cards is that they're connected to the tarot deck that I designed too. And they're like, there's a tarot card for each angel card. There's an angel card for the tarot readings as well. And when I do my live readings, I always do a combo of the tarot stuff.
Pull out both decks. Yeah.
You know, the angel stuff is really super ergonomic, and then it gets right to the point. Here's why you're fucked up. Here's how you fix it. What's really cool about the tarot deck is that you get this vast amount of knowledge, and the combo of the tarot information and the facts that you glean from this that are specific about the situation, then in combo with the angel deck, they wind up like confirming each other every day. As a matter of fact, I did a reading for Grace, and my usual, as you know from the Fool's Journey, my usual layout is a 12 card 4 element spread, and like we went through all of those cards, and then I usually only pull a single angel card, and as we're reading through the reading on it, I'm going, oh, there's a 7 of cups, there's a 5 of, there's a blah, blah, blah. And it was like every single card, like as the sentences went down through the reading, it like reflected what the tarot was. So bear with me for just a second. Let me get a shuffle, and then I'm going to.
All right. I see actually Sandy wants a card and Brandy wants a card. And
Okay.
and then
Let's do those right now. All right.
Grace
What do we
is
have, Sandy? Okay. So Sandy, this one's going to be for you. So I'd like you just to kind of close your eyes. Imagine you're standing right in front of me, face to face, and we're just looking at each other in the eye, okay? And if you have a specific question, concentrate on that. Words of wisdom for my friend Sandy. Words of wisdom for my friend Sandy. Words of wisdom for my friend Sandy. This is great. Number 27, Angel of the Propagation of Light. This is a beautiful
27.
card too. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. Beautiful. Let's put that up while I grab the reading. Oh, wow. Look at that. Brilliant.
Yeah.
That's number 27. 27. Angel Jerathel. Angel Jerathel. Here we go with the reading. Oh, I just want to stare at that image a little bit longer. So good. All right.
Victory, victory, victory. You know, like right there, you could stop.
Awesome. And we'll see you guys next week. No,
Keep the faith. The news you've been waiting for is coming, and you can win all of your dreams. Don't give up. Keep trying. You will succeed. Believe in yourself. Know that you have been given the skills and opportunities to realize your hopes and dreams for the future. Relax and concentrate on the task at hand. You will succeed. You will know victory of the will over the physical world. Yeah. Yeah, I hope you're practicing. The ability to change the course of destiny and thoughts. You definitely should be practicing. Success comes from gathering an excellent team to work together. You have the ability to persuade, influence, and counsel from your struggle to develop your ideas. There will emerge a dominant theme and a leader. Not everyone or everything is trustworthy. Use your intuition. Yeah. You will feel when something is not right and the red light goes on. Make sure you trust that. Shift your emphasis from your problems to your joys. Change your perspective, change your world. See your victory, assume it's done. Your optimism will produce the very success it desires and expects. Woohoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. Julie says, yes, this is for me too.
Yeah. We had somebody else out there too, right?
I think Brandy was looking for a card.
Okay, let me get a good shuffle and get a new vibe.
Practice, practice, practice.
Thank you. Yes, absolutely, Leah. Okay. All right. Brandy. Focus on me like we're standing right in front of each other. Energy's connected and we're looking at each other right in the eye. And if you have if you have a specific question, focus really hard on that. Words of wisdom from my friend Brandy. Words of wisdom from my friend Brandy. Words of wisdom from my friend Brandy. It's the exact same freaking card.
No. 27?
Yeah, I shuffled the heck out of it too.
Wow. Holy moly. That's pretty crazy.
No, it's magic.
Yeah, it's not. I wasn't saying I was surprised, but that's awesome.
It's magic. That's the reason I keep going. That's the reason I practice every night. Because that surprise, and when you know it works, it's like crazy. So let me read it again. Yeah, exactly. Victory, victory, victory.
He loves that.
The news you've been waiting for is coming in all your dreams. Don't give up. Keep trying. You will succeed. Believe in yourself. Know that you have been given the skills and opportunities to realize your hopes and dreams of the future. This is for all of us, man.
That's what
Relax,
man Jordan said.
concentrate on the task at hand. You will succeed. You will know victory over the will over the physical world. Ooh. The ability to change the course of destiny and thoughts. Success comes from gathering an excellent team to work together. You have the ability to persuade, influence, and counsel. And from your struggle to develop your ideas, there will emerge a dominant theme and a leader. Not everyone or everything is trustworthy. Use your intuition, and you will feel when something is not right and the red light goes on. Trust that. Trust that. Trust that. Shift your emphasis from your problems to your joys. See your victory. Assume it's done. You know, that's half of magic, is having it already complete in the astral before it ever goes.
Absolutely.
Your optimism will produce the very success it desires and expects.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you are listening to this or hearing this or watching this, you should consider yourself part of this team.
You are on the right path, Brandy. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Couldn't be on a better path. I mean, it starts with victory, victory, victory.
Yeah, that would be my personal.
And this card has special meaning to me because, you know, we talked about the kind of epiphany event that happened for me about 4 or 5 months ago, and how, like, in an instant, a whole, like, mess changed. Like, the frequency of it changed, the color of my aura changed. It was a crazy, crazy moment. So at the end of that little ritual, I'm like on cloud 9. I'm like getting all this like incredible messages, and I run over to the angel cards to find out. And my question was, well, what was the success of that working? And this is the card I got. And the first 3 words were victory, victory, victory. Nice. What else do you need to know?
That's awesome.
You're gilding the lily.
Totally. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Very cool. So I have a question for you, and I probably should have asked you this earlier. Going back to kind of trying to learn stuff. I know the deck is based on 72 angels. You conjured each angel and spoke with each angel. We went through the first 8 angels who you said were seraphim. Seraphim are, as far as I understand, like the next closest layer to source, right? So this angel that we went over, number 9, is cherubim. So how many different kind of would you call them courts? No,
they're 9 choirs.
Choirs.
There are 9 choirs with 8 angels in each choir.
9 choirs, 8 angels.
Yeah, I actually drew a diagram of that on the first show.
Awesome. I didn't take notes on the first show the way I take notes now. Cool. Awesome.
And the cool thing about the reason I like the Shem Hamaforish as a system is because, as much as I like dealing with just random regular angels, all of these are aspects of the source itself. And the angel names were formed using 3 verses out of chapters out of Exodus, all of which have 72 letters, and it's the combination of that, and it winds up being a 216 letter number, and many mystics find that as a kind of doorway to the super spiritual. Awesome. And you know, when we're talking to like the specific angel that we were just dealing with, the angel of propagation of light, that is not a separate individual angel. That's just a representation of that specific part of the source of God. So you're looking at the circle of like 72 pie pieces, right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Logical, like, and that's what's on the card, those degree things. That's like what part of that circle that belongs to. So when you're talking to a piece, you're talking to the whole. And the connection to the source has become like, I get up in the mornings, first thing I do it many, many times during the day. I just come to this realization of how incredibly gifted I have been and how grateful I am, like, for that connection and where that's taken me and the journey.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and the more that I reflect and more that I send that out, the more those reflections come back from that in just miraculous ways. Like, it just takes my breath away sometimes.
It's a wonderful place to be as far as understanding goes, you know? I mean, it's just like to really be in that understanding of your relationship with
Well,
everything.
what
Life, the universe, and everything, you know?
what happened for me out of that epiphany thing that we talk about, when my color changed, my perspective changed. And
Mhm.
I realized after that, and since that day, like, I've been happy inside, and it
That's all.
radiates out. And when something like really good happens, man, it's super good. When
It's even
something
better,
really
yeah.
bad happens, I'm still happy inside. And I don't need any outside stimulus or anything that's happening to make me happy. I just live that way now. And
Mhm.
man, that's a lifetime coming to that realization. I wish I'd been able to get there earlier because it's really good. It's
And that's part of the process, right?
Yeah, well, there you go. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
there you
Numbers are
go.
a language we're starting to be able to use to hear.
You know, I wanted to address that. I love that, Leah. I think, I love that everything is coming together. Even it's interesting. I was thinking about this and trying to address this on the live stream of consciousness. Is that I try to keep that show really positive, right? And I talk about consciousness and spirituality and the idea of intention and positive thought. But the truth of the matter is, there's like this interesting crossover between spirituality and then like conspiracy theories and like all of these ideas of humanity being held down and like kind of hidden from its own powers, its own ancient powers, right? And it's like I'm like, oh man, how can I avoid that? Because I think that's important to talk about too, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, but anyway, not to get into that here at all.
Nobody holds you down from your powers, and
No, no,
like,
no,
all you need to do is
right.
sit down and actualize them, and you have all the
No,
powers you need, man. Nobody can take them. Nobody can give them. They're yours already to do with exactly what you want. So,
right.
you know,
I agree with you, and I think, and that's what I think spirituality helps a lot of people to find and to realize, right? After a lifetime of not realizing that. You know what I mean? I guess that's kind of the best way that I can put it. But I think that's, you know, that's the power of that realization. Nobody has that power over you. You know what I mean? And the conversation is, it's um more mainstream based. It's not like anyone who you know is advanced enough to kind of subscribe to the angels and energy and understand that, you know, they're way beyond that level anyway. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's my 2 cents. I'm sticking with it. And now it's 10 o'clock, so we've made another hour, and this was awesome. I love that whole new
Chili, hang on before we go on.
energy thing.
Chili's got to, can I elaborate on Leah's comment, please? Yes.
Okay. uh, Science and wisdom are about to confirm that we are all one, and you, not I.
Oh,
So Joey, is that what you're that's elaborating?
got it, got it, got it. Well, the universe is created with numbers, letters, and sound. And numbers define frequency, sound is the frequency, and letters determine what the form of that frequency takes.
Mhm, mhm.
So we're finding in physics, everything that we think is like truth right now in the
Mhm,
physical world
mhm,
is getting blown up. The
mhm,
James Webb telescope, I'm a big physics buff, man. And the James Webb telescope is obliterating our concept of the Big Bang Theory.
mhm,
So all of this like understanding of the universe based on the Big Bang Theory being the central truth is about to
mhm,
just
mhm,
shatter. Quantum physics is falling apart even as we speak. Like they keep finding things that just completely, so new stuff is showing up and the wave of that new consciousness is showing up. And as
mhm,
we discover stuff, it's like the truth of the moment, the best truth of the moment
mhm.
until something better comes along.
Well, I think I think we're just experiencing all different ways of expressing it and receiving it, and um there's a guy that I've been following. Shoot, I forgot his name is David something, who's doing these experiments with cymatics and light and doing some really interesting stuff with photography and capturing these interesting patterns, and kind of like Leah was talking about earlier, math, is kind of the language that the universe is built on, right? So I think there's all different ways to understand that. There's all different ways to understand that and
All
express that.
different ways to understand it, but there's not a million different ways of the way it actually is.
Well, it all goes down to the source, right?
Yeah.
It's all that's why it's called source, Brian.
Thank you. Thank you, Michael.
Oh man, all I can say is I love you, dude.
Wow.
I love you.
It's a good thing I'm in a good mood.
Uh, all right, so let's close out the space. I don't think we could just leave, right? Don't we have to
No,
close?
we're not going to just leave. We're going to
Yeah.
close out the space. All right. We thank you so much for sharing your energy, your wisdom, and your love. We look forward to spending time with you again. And for now, we close this space with love and gratitude to the source, to the angels, and to each other. With love and gratitude to the source. Till next time.